Just coming my way wherever I go. Hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
Today, our journey begins in Shreveport, Louisiana, and eventually out in California. We are searching out the filming locations to HBO's True Blood. Recognize the house that's behind me? It's from the opening credits. There's a few locations that are easy to find. Some of them are no longer here. They've been torn down. But this mansion, this Gothic mansion, it's magnificent. Well, the sun is behind the house, so it's creating a bit of a wicked glare, but this is as close as we're going to get to the actual shot from the opening credits of True Blood. Even the tree looks the same. Just look at that house. It is absolutely beautiful and spooky. You can so see why True Blood, the creators of True Blood, decided to use it for the opening credits. Well, this is interesting. It's designated a historic site here in Shreveport, the Ogilvie Wiener House. To be honest, doing research of this place online and trying to track down the address, I thought that it was going to be pretty worn down, but the people here have been fixing it up, and to be honest, it looks pretty amazing. It's even decorated for the holidays. Right now you're looking at a vacant lot, but if you look closely you can see the foundations of two houses. Those houses were the white houses seen in the opening credits of True Blood.
And every shadow filled up with doubt.
Sitting here abandoned and boarded up is the Lucky Liquor Store. It too was also featured in the opening credits. It's crazy how things change, but this lines up almost identical to the camera movements as they drive around Shreveport. You can tell that they're just kind of driving, and all these locations are just shown rather briefly.
Every shadow filled up with doubt.
But this is it, the Lucky Liquor. Check out that old sign to the top left and the artwork here. Long forgotten. Basically, there's nothing here. It's either abandoned or been torn down. There's just tons of vacant lots and abandoned mansions. It's crazy to think that abandoned places like this at one point were just so full with life. And then it's left to look like this. And sitting high above the roof, can you imagine that being all lit up at night? Let's get a closer look at it. One can only imagine. Right now we're standing in front of Bill Compton's house here in Gloucester, Louisiana, I think it's called. The very first season of True Blood was filmed here, and then they moved out to California. Jessica's got her vampire teeth. Oh, you're so spooky. Alright, Jessica, let's see those fangs. You look spooky and beautiful. A lot has changed, but for the most part, Vampire Bill's house looks identical as it did in the show. Like I said, they filmed the first season here, and then they moved out to California. And Jessica is a goner. This is as close as we're going to get to lining up one of the stills from the TV show True Blood. You're so cute.
So this house was obviously Bill Compton's house when he was human with his wife and I believe 2 daughters. You know, went off to the war, then he was made a vampire. And so there's a lot of, like, there's flashbacks of him at the house when he is human. And then he basically reclaimed the house when he came back to Bon Temps as a vampire. And then later on, it would become Jessica's house as well, when she was made into a vampire.
That's right, because she moves in with him, right?
Yeah, and I think even Sookie lives here for a time, and then Eric stays here for a time. Like, this house is used a lot in the series, and if they built this on a set as well later on in the series, I couldn't tell a difference, honestly. It looked the same to me.
Yeah, it looks identical.
Yeah.
Here's another shot lined up. It really seems like they use this angle of the house a lot when they show Bill Compton's house in the show. After season 1, True Blood, the filming of True Blood moved out to California, and there's a plot of land, a film ranch out there where they built Sookie's house, the graveyard, Bill Compton's house, and a couple other places. At some point when we're out there, I'm not sure what's left, but it'd be really cool to go and check out those filming locations. But this right here, this house, this is the one and only true real life Bill Compton, Vampire Bill's house. She's gonna say it. Sookie. Sookie. In case you were wondering, that is the backside of Vampire Bill's house. It's massive. What is with these massive mansions in Louisiana? You know what, Jessica? I wouldn't think that vampires have gardens, but I can kind of see that being a southern vampire garden right there.
It's because I'm part fairy. I'm a fairy vampire.
I guess in theory, because this is Vampire Bill's house, this would be Vampire Bill's garden. A vampire garden, but vampires really don't live here. The guy was really, really nice, letting us on the property. Of course, we asked for permission.
If I was a vampire, I would want a nice garden to stroll through at night. I mean, just because you're dead doesn't mean you stop living.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. A bad luck's always coming my way.